And do you remember about a month ago you sent me a message going, gee, of course, lockdown, tough time for a lot of people around the world. You're like, gee, saving money, though, not going out.
Yeah. I said, gee, I'm saving so much money. And you said, really? Because my online shopping, and that's when I realised very different players. We're very different.
For impulse buyers who are stuck at home getting bombarded by ads that have the smartest algorithms in the world figuring out what you will fall for. I was a weak and vulnerable animal. I was flipped over onto my back, the turtle on his back, and the sharp beak of the internet was just pecking mercilessly at my soft belly and pecking money from me.
And the point I was making to you was...
you were a turtle on his front, tucked in, waiting it out.
I realised that buying a beer at the pub costs a lot more than if you buy just a slab.
Yeah.
And so, and I haven't really been drinking all that much anyway, but not going out.
Yeah, it's not going out. It's the social aspect. Now, I am sure you save money there.
Yeah.
But
then you as an impulse buyer were open up.
Because they've just got me. I mean, they've
fish
got me.
Fish in a barrel. You're in the barrel.
And they lure me in. And as standard stuff, like I bought the world's most powerful torch again and things like that. Like I've bought that I've bought that 3 times now. But amongst other things, you'll be proud of me actually, this morning I resisted heavily buying a copper sphere. I mean... This is where, because a lot of these are Instagram ads, they've just got me, man. They just because they just use the language to lure me.
Alert
I should set that up. I've started saving. I've got a list. I'll bring it in next show. I've got a list of stuff
I've been dying to find out
that I at the moment have resisted. But the way I keep my list is I save the Instagram post. So then I go in to laugh at my list, but as I go in thinking I'm going to laugh at it, but then when I'm in there, I start going, actually, that is I would like to own that. This morning with the sphere, so this is not what I want to talk about, but I'll just fill you in on the sphere anyway. Yeah. I don't know how much it costs. I haven't bought it. But it's almost like they made this ad as a joke to go, let's see if this guy will buy anything. Yeah. Like, let's see if this guy will fall for anything just because he will get sucked in by a shiny thing. It's like, you won't believe this copper sphere, 99.9% pure copper. And
what's it do?
It doesn't do it. I don't think it does. It goes it's like they're like a natural antibacterial. And in my head, I'm like, well, that is handy actually. You don't have to spend money on hand sand.
Yeah, right.
I think it's like 2 kilograms. You can carry around essentially a small shot put to just wipe your hands and get rid of any germs that are on your hands. And they're like,
was it on Pete Evans' website?
They've got less features than his blender or whatever it was. They're like, and it's mesmerizing. Its aesthetics are mesmerizing. And it does look beautiful. It's
I can imagine.
Pure copper sphere. So, haven't bought the sphere. What I did fall for about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, around about the time, this was in my head when I texted back to you going, man, I'm getting hammered by impulse buys here, was an LED hat.
Yep.
So it's a hat that has an inbuilt LED screen on the front. Jack wants one. He's thinking that's cool.
No, I'm nodding in like that does sound like something you would buy.
Yeah.
And you look at the ad and people are programming and great fun stuff on the hat. And really, if you think about it long term, I mean, you and I
own a flat screen or does it
curve slightly?
Curve slightly. That's nice because otherwise you've just stuck in.
Yes. No, it's not well made, but they've put thought into it.
Good.
It's what you'd hope for. It's kind of like a trucker with it's all black and it has a black screen. And
is it a rolling thing?
You can program it according to the ad. There are different modes you can put the hat on, and we have different. I own a few different hats, and over time that's going to add up that expense. Now, you might pay a little bit more for this hat, but it can be any hat you want. You could write Chicago Bulls on the hat and have that scrolling across. So now you've got a Chicago Bulls hat.
Wayne's World.
You write Wayne's World, variety discount stores. You can have that scrolling across your head. So it really could be any hat you want. Yeah. What's your favorite baseball team? Yep. Okay, it could be the Cardinals. You can be a Cardinals guy now, but I'm going to the football weekend. Easy, reprogram it. Now it's a Carlton Blues hat. So it really is the Swiss Army hat of hats. And so that's the attraction, right? You get
the Swiss Army knife of hats.
No, it's the Swiss Army hat of hats, even better. So it comes, not surprising, I get excited.
Yep.
You look at the ad, it looks like quite a well put together organisation.
Oh no, it's already arrived, has it?
Oh yeah. Came a few weeks ago. Here's the thing. Came with, and I think it's fair for me to say here, it was manufactured in China, and I believe the team that put it together, English is definitely not the first language that the instruction people wrote, because it's quite broken English and often in contraptions like this, it's the engineers that write the manual. So I also bought like a clock off online once. Similar thing. Like you can't understand. It's like they write it in scientific language. You can't understand
how to work it.
It's not written by a marketing person who's like, hey, man, you're going to love this. This is easy. You just press this button.
Nice diagrams.
So it comes, in this like crinkled wrapping. It's kind of squashed. It's got this very, very thin paper, like 2-step thing that doesn't make any sense of what to do with it. It comes with a little USB cord because you've got to plug your...
Okay.
It's got a USB mini out that you've got to plug into the hat that both charges it and programs the language. You then have to plug that into your computer, and then you have to download an app. Or a program that
to load
that's not user. You can even just tell by the screenshots it's not a user-friendly program.
Yeah.
So I went, okay, seems like a lot of admin. I'll put that aside. The few weeks have passed, and I've lost that scrap of paper. So now I have the hat and a USB mini, but no chance. I can't remember what it's called or what the program is that you need on your laptop to program your hat. Chapter 2 of this tale contains a twist. The people that sold me the hat are now defrauding my credit card. So as far as customer experience goes, it's really plummeting for me at the moment. I can't use the hat. And what they're doing is just putting through more orders of the hat. I would have reported them, except I'm
too embarrassed to say you purchased this hat in the first place.
I kind of want the new hats to arrive because they'll have the slip of paper.
But do you think...
I don't know.
I don't know.
So far they've put through... I think I've got the hat I bought and that arrived, which had everything in it, but I lost the paper. 2 more hats have been put through.
Yeah.
They haven't got there yet. At what stage?
Coming.
But I'm holding out hope.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel like at headquarters they're going, this guy, he's not cancelling his card. He must really love the hats. So at the moment, I'm probably their biggest customer. But if the slip of paper arrives, it will have been worth the fraud.
Gosh, I can't wait to check back in with this one.
Guys, we talked a few weeks ago on the show about an impulse purchase battle that I'm having with myself and Instagram, who keeps presenting me with the ad.
Yes.
They know
about the copper ball.
The copper ball. The sphere. Perfect copper sphere.
Perfect copper sphere.
99.999.
Just sounded like you had a spear that you were after.
Yeah, no, copper spear. Ooh, that's interested. The perfectly round 99.99999% pure ball of copper, which you see the ad and it's like, okay, beautiful shine, like polished to it, extremely high gloss. The benefits.
Where do you think it'll live in the house?
Well, I mean, you can put it anywhere. You put it on your desk.
No. I'm not buying one off you. Where do you think?
That's one of the benefits.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't even thought that far along because
versatile.
I'm not sure I would ever take it out of my hand because the way it.
Can you show us this copper ball?
Yeah, I've got the ad up here on Instagram. Look at that. Look at that sphere. Perfectly polished.
It is actually shinier than I thought it was going to be.
I've got a nibble. Now,
no.
Instagram must be able to tell when you spend a long time on an ad. I've never clicked. I don't go.
You don't click through.
I'm not like going to the website or anything. But it knows I'm close.
It knows
because it keeps coming up in my feed, going, "Come on, mate.
Yeah,
here you go." But Jack, I'm not crazy here. I'll hand the Instagram ad over to you. Just read out some of the benefits here. I mean, you might have to refresh it to get it back to the start of the ad.
Exactly 1 kilogram.
Yep.
Kills germs on contact.
Look at that.
No.
Copper.
With an aerospace grade finish.
It's
grade. Mesmerizing.
Mesmerizing.
Click to learn how it works.
Yeah.
There is more to this copper ball than meets the eye.
That's the thing. It's sort of it's so beautiful. Yeah. And actually, Jack, I'll get it up. I think there was a testimonial. You listen to this, and I mean, I can see you're not sold 100%.
No, I won't be purchasing the copper ball.
I'm looking at the comments here.
But I just don't think you should.
Do people just buy anything these days? Not those comments. There was a not that one specifically. Yeah. Let me just read you this testimonial.
Okay.
Though.
Yeah.
Because it's then you begin to realise, okay, they're not mucking around here.
Okay.
I received my 1 kilo copper sphere and I absolutely love it.
Wow.
It's not over.
Yeah.
I cannot believe how heavy. I cannot believe how heavy it is.
Well, it's 1 kilo.
For the size.
Okay. How can you not believe how heavy it is? No, it was one of the key. It was the third advertising
whole
point,
benefit.
wasn't it?
No, I cannot believe how heavy it is for the size. I can't imagine what the tungsten sphere feels like, but someday I plan to add that to my collection as well. So this company specializes in sort of well-made spheres, like pure spheres. Here's the thing, it's got a sense of inevitability about it. I know I've got you two guys sitting here as the voice of reason. They're not cheap.
No.
Obviously, and for good reason. You can see a lot of effort.
How much are they?
I'd rather not say, but they're not. They're up there.
Yeah.
But you've got to understand what you're paying for. This is not. They haven't just found balls of copper.
No.
This is a very deliberate sphere, well polished, exactly 1 kilo.
Extremely well engineered, do you think?
More than meets the eye. Benefits are limitless. So I find myself at a juncture. I'm toing and froing, and I thought, as we often do on this show, when there's a big emotional decision for one of us to make, it might help to do it through music. Jack's got the guitar.
Yeah, okay, great.
Are you okay? Are we ready to do this?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, my guys, I've been thinking some thoughts about stuff I haven't bought. There's a cool thing out there, and I feel it's cool call. I think I have to buy that solid copper ball. Solid copper ball. No, Haim, you need to be strong, or at least try. But Jack, there's more to the ball than meets the eye. It's a solid ball with nothing inside. There might actually be less than meets the eye. But how do you know? What about weight? 1 kilo in your hands, wouldn't that be great? But you get the same thing from a bag of rice, or half a bag of service station ice. The only thing it does is make your bank account empty. What if it makes me feel like I'm horny and 20? Oh, hey, please calm down. It's a useless ball. I bought it. I've bought it. Sorry, I bought it. It's done.
And I might have bought a little something extra.
What?
For you guys.
Really?
Play your cards right. Who's getting the other ball?
It's going to the beard, brother. We all know which direction it's going.
You play your cards right, though, Andrew. It hasn't been decided yet. Good luck, boys. Good luck. Well, boys, bit of a historic moment here at the podcast.
Oh, no, is it?
Well, I've brought the bag in. What could be in this bag? Gee, this bag's heavier than you'd expect.
Get Space Odyssey 2000 up. Because
I won't do it justice. I won't. People might be aware what's about to happen here, but I'll give you a clue. Why does my backpack seem much heavier than you would think it would be for the volume of stuff that's in it? Could it be that the copper spheres have arrived? The high quality, I think aerospace grade copper.
Yep.
Highly polished, more than meets the eye.
It seems like the
1 kilogram, perfect 1 kilogram sphere of 99.99999% pure copper. I guess dust or something is the other bit.
What's
like
the other bit?
I guess you just can't ever say that maybe one piece of hair or something fell in the...
You know that
copper mix.
They were wearing hair nets.
Maybe it's not a hair, but just atmospheric dust. I mean, at that low percentage, it might even be a bit of volcanic ash from when the dinosaurs were around. You know, like a tiny molecule of something snuck in. So they can't say...
It feels like how polished they've been seems way too big a trait or a selling point.
Well, it's their only selling point.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not, Jack. How many times do you have to go over this? It's pure copper, so it kills microbes on contact. So it's very good for these worrying times. It's a mesmerizing finish. I suppose that is the polish, but then it's surprisingly heavy. Is the other feature?
Do you have to wear gloves while holding it?
Well, allow me, Jackie. You got the music?
I don't have it.
I thought we gave you about an hour.
I've just got it. But
Did you swear then?
No, I don't think I did. I mean, I might have.
If we gave you an hour.
I feel like we gave you about an hour.
no, I don't think.
But I thought the swear word was warranted.
Yeah. Jack, we should be playing this music to celebrate you finding the music.
I don't think this is it. Can we preview this?
Open the pod bay doors.
No,
now.
this is Hal, the guy from Space Odyssey, the computer that talks.
We want the bomb.
I know what you want. I don't have.
I know what you want. I don't have it. Why? Why do we even put you over that side? It's
We
not
could press
acceptable
on.
to understand that you know what we want.
Let's put it in post. So it's happening now.
Really? Yeah. Oh, there
wow.
it is. Oh, Jack, I take it back. Fastest fingers in the West.
Oh, there it is.
It comes. They didn't even mention this when you buy it online. Now, as we've said, buying this copper ball was an impulse buy. Instagram ads were targeting me hard. They wore me down. They got me. But look at this. It comes. It's a sort of a leather-like box.
Yeah.
Stitching on it.
Yes. There
And
it is.
inside, it does come with a cotton glove.
Right.
I'll just put the
Yeah,
glove
like
on.
you're handling the Melbourne Cup.
Exactly like you're handling the Melbourne Cup,
Hang on,
Jack.
hang on, and let's stop the music here in post. But if one of the selling points is it burns off,
microbes.
kills microbes if you hold it.
I guess it's more. I guess it's more like you hold it, and you can rub it on something that it might have microbes on. Look at this. They didn't even mention this as well. Look, it comes with a
a little
glass stand.
Glass stand
with the copper, with the symbol for copper, CU. See, it's a bit of fun.
Yep. So that's a little glass
Little extra.
cube stand. Yep.
And you ready for it?
Yeah. Here it comes. Oh, it's smaller.
Oh, it's smaller than I
That's
thought.
the. It's working.
No.
You didn't
It's
say
smaller
heavier.
than you
No,
think.
no, you said it more than meets the eye. It's less.
No,
It
but
was definitely meant to be more than meets the eye. That's
no,
less.
but it's more exciting than meets the eye. I think is what they're saying
No,
by
what
being
do you
less physically big than you think. Well, put your hand out if you think it's so small.
You
I'll
have
allow- do you know what, guys? Let's raw dog it. We don't have to wear the glove. We're all mates. It does kill. It kills bacteria anyway. So happy to raw dog. Here we go. Pop your hand out. You ready for this? But you'd think being such a small, mesmerising copper ball, copper sphere, that it'll be quite light.
Well, that's heavier than I thought.
It works.
You get it. You get it. Andy gets it.
That is heavier than I would have expected. But it won't be heavier than Jack expects.
Oh,
now.
have a look at it, Jake. Just let your eyes drink it in and then
Yeah.
put your hand out. Here you go. Here comes a small ball.
But my point is, it can't be heavier than Jack expects because he's now expecting it to be.
But we
Now
all-
I've seen you shock.
But we all knew it was a kilogram. And it's still.
Oh, even though you were shocked, it is heavier than I thought.
And there we go.
It's pretty heavy.
It's just like a bloody testimonial fest in here. We've all found it to be quite a lot heavier than we thought, even though we knew it's one perfect kilogram.
Yes.
And that's part of the... Look how mesmerised you are by it, Jack.
Yep. I mean, you sort of push it up and down in your hand.
Yeah,
to feel
play
its
with it.
weight.
Play with it
I've
against
certainly-
gravity.
I don't need
And-
it back.
and now
I've
I'm
certainly
saying-
had my feel.
Playing with it against gravity.
Okay.
That's one of the fun... But yeah, now I'm doing it. So even though I've played with it already, it was heavier than I was expecting.
Yeah, when you.
So,
So what other things? How else did you play with it? You did a bit of rolling.
rolling it back and forth across
yeah.
the desk. Mostly, though, you put it in that stand, you leave it on the desk, and you find it generally mesmerising.
Yeah.
And you know as well that you're sort of thinking, okay, I've got my copper sphere. And it's a conversation piece too. People will come into your office, or if you take it out with you to a cafe, pop it on the table. If you're using it to, if you don't need hand sand anymore, you're just rubbing it around your hands, and people go, oh, can I use your ball? Careful. It's heavier than you expect.
Yeah.
They pick it up. They're a bit mesmerised. So it is wonderful. I think, unfortunately, the glove, the polish is one of its highlights.
Yes.
As you feel. And so I do like to give it a quick polish. when you put it down.
Yeah.
Exciting news for you guys is, as you might recall,
Yes.
I bought 2 of them.
Yeah. I'm out. I don't need it. So that's even more
Okay.
exciting news for Jack.
Hey,
Like that.
Oh, I'm pumped to have one. Yeah.
No, of course he
Whoa.
was. It's free. Like Jack wouldn't take anything.
I worry that you just want
What you
this
need
for the
here,
default.
actually, before I'm going to jump back in before I say I'm out.
Before you're out, can I actually show you this, Andy? Look what it comes with.
It's a signature of authenticity.
Certificate of authenticity. And
Now
it
that
says,
is smaller than I thought it would be. That is a tiny certificate.
it's a business card certificate. What I love, the cool thing about certificates is you can just make them up.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that the company that sold me this perfect 1 kilogram sphere of
for a
copper.
lot of money.
For a fair whack.
Yeah.
You know, they got me at a weak point. They knew they had me because
Yeah.
Instagram, I blame Zuckerberg, really. He targeted me.
Yeah.
He sensed a weakness. Certificate of authenticity, that's in nice font. So at the top, so already the
border feels very certificate-like as well.
Yep.
looks a little bit like the fine print you see on the American dollar note,
Yep.
that kind of pattern. This certificate attests to the origin and provenance of the item as described below.
Yep.
Oh, a lot of $5 words in there.
Yeah.
1 kilogram sphere, copper.
Yep.
99.999% purity, polished surface. So it's a certificate
To say it's
that
polished.
attests that it's been polished. So if you were to ever take it to SphereCon or
Yeah, yeah.
Ballfest or one of the more popular, one of the ball,
Yeah.
one of the more popular metal sphere collectives, or in the community, if you ever do get caught on it, you can show them that
Yep.
it has been polished.
Yep.
Certificate of authenticity, signed by Sunny Sun. SUNNYSUN.
Sounds like a made up name if I've ever heard one.
One of the, Bodie McBoatface.
They were-
It's pretty
yeah,
so when you're
exactly.
making up a name, you do tend to repeat the first name and the last name in a name
They
you're
would
not
be
giving much
pissing
effort.
themselves that you bought this. They're sitting. They would be absolutely wetting themselves. Here's what I'd like to.
Well, that makes two of us then. We're all laughing because I'm laughing with happiness at this great new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to just before I give it to Jack straight off.
Well, he's not automatically getting it.
Great, because I would like to say that whoever gets it
Yep.
can't on-sell it.
Right?
Because,
That's fair enough.
Because if I don't want it,
Yeah.
but I would want it to on-sell it.
Yeah. No, you
But-
can't unsell it. You've got to appreciate the ball for what it is.
Exactly. So I just thought that the weasel over here.
Yeah, no, I won't on-sell it
Would
either.
you,
I'll
but
keep
you're
it.
interested?
I'll put it on a desk, like you say, and I'll let it give me.
And would you really like it?
I would really like it.
And you would really give it a good home?
yeah, I will.
Well, then you won't have a problem telling me in 1,000 words why you would enjoy it and being part of Hamish Blake's essay contest to win the Copper Sphere. It's open to the listeners as well.
Make it less than 1,000, mate.
500.
No, go even
100.
shorter. Yeah, 100.
Hamish Blake's 100 words.
Because I know you will want to read these out, and we don't read a foul.
true. Hamish Blake's 80-word essay contest.
Yep.
Short essay on why you would like the Copper Sphere. Jack, you're welcome to apply.
Okay.
And
Do I have am I ahead of the pack, or am I being judged the same as everyone else?
I will judge you favourably.
Thank you.
Because you're a beer boy. If there's a separate contest I'm running is a 60-word why you don't want it.
What do they win?
60-word why you don't want it. Great question.
What do they win?
The honour of
Give
just...
them your golf clubs. Come on.
I'll give them a golf club.
One of your freebies.
Yeah.
Look at that. I'm spending hard-earned on this. He's giving away promo shit. Gentlemen, the essay competition for the Copper Sphere
Yeah.
is still open. I thought we'd give people a few weeks
Yes.
to submit their essays because we know sometimes people are a couple of weeks behind the podcast.
Yep.
Jack, you haven't given me your 80-word essay
No,
yet.
I have not completed it.
Now, I know I said back when we were discussing this, you can't on-sell it. Can't on-sell the Copper Sphere. We all know by now, people might have seen the video online of us looking at the Copper Sphere,
Yeah.
that it's a beautiful sphere, highly polished, got a certificate to guarantee that.
Yep.
It's 1 kilogram exactly of the highest.
Smaller than you'd think.
Yes, but heavier than you think. And that was
Heavier than you'd think for something so small.
Yep.
and that was what mesmerized us so much. And really mesmerization is the commodity, apart from copper, that you're dealing with in this situation.
Were
Now,
you mesmerised, Jack?
No,
easy to say now, boys. Don't make me replay it because the doors almost blew off. There was so much mesmerization in
I
here.
think definition of mesmerised is like jaw-dropping, don't know what to say.
There was a lot of that.
No, I think I just immediately said, it's a little bit heavier than you think.
I think Jack swore.
No, I think pretty mildly amused.
Okay, easy to be tough guys now.
Amused. That's not what you want.
Easy to be tough guys now about it. But I saw a fair bit of mesmerization at the time. Anyway, I haven't decided who will get the secondary ball because, as you know, I was struck by a moment of weakness on these Instagram targeted ads. Zuckerberg saw a weak spot,
Got you
pounced,
good. Yep.
stabbed me, got me, and I accidentally took up the deal of, the discount you get for 2. They were not cheap, the copper balls.
They weren't.
But when you're trying to buy something that mesmerizing, unfortunately, and you've been so effectively targeted by the ads on Instagram, unfortunately, the rational part of your brain goes out the window. You're operating in a more of a fast and loose situation and you make a purchase and it's done. Now, From memory, I think once all was said and done, because I did get a discount for buying two, they landed in Australia somewhere in the region of about $150 PB.
Per ball. Does that include delivery?
Yeah, that's landed.
Okay.
Now, that obviously, mesmerization's part of the factor there, but you got to remember to...
That's actually a good deal because I've seen some ads for them that people have sent in to us.
And, don't get me
around the 700 mark.
Oh, right. Now, that could be tungsten. There's a few different metals that get advertised in the copper sphere or in the sphere world, the polished sphere world. And tungsten's up there, titanium's flying around too. Now, it's not as precious as titanium. It's a semi-precious copper. Whoever gets the ball, I will give it to them because times are tough at the moment. I will allow them to on-sell it if they so choose to do.
Okay.
And because I realised myself over the last, sort of week or so, if needs be.
You might on-sell yours.
Well,
it doesn't seem so mesmerising now, does it?
Well, I've already been mesmerised.
So
I've extracted
full
the value.
Allocation. Yep.
I've extracted the mesmerising value, but I've left the value of the metal in the ball.
Yeah,
that will never go down.
And if you were selling this, I wouldn't say that any mesmerising that you've taken will preclude the next person from having an equal amount of mesmerising.
Isn't that wonderful? I can take as much mesmerisation as I need and still sell it with a full whack of
mesmerisation of work.
Still sell it with the full whack of mesmerising power.
So if you are putting it on eBay, you'd list that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Full mesmerisation power.
No diminishment in some scratches now, because unfortunately I do scratch a bit easily. Yeah. But no diminishment of the mesmerisation. Here's what I wanted to know though. I know what I paid for it, but what am I sitting on? You know what I mean?
Good,
like, Jack, you've into Bitcoin.
Do you call a jeweler?
I rang a mate, mate of mine who works inside a bank. He's put me onto someone else, a guy called Sean.
Okay,
I believe works at Westpac or possibly St George, who deals in the commodities department.
Ah, right.
Because copper, it ain't cheap, baby.
No,
it ain't free. And I think we've got Sean's number. Have we got Sean's number?
Yeah,
yeah. We can
Here we go.
I don't know what his actual rank is, but he deals with commodities.
Okay, great.
And so he'll be able to give us a little indicator. Jack, if you win the ball.
Sean speaking.
Sean, it's Hamish here from Hamish and Andy. How are you?
Oh, good. Thanks, Hamish. Not bad.
Great. Thanks for taking the time, Sean, to talk to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Andy.
I'm also here, Sean.
Oh, hello.
Don't sound so suspicious when I'm here.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Confused, but yeah. Okay.
No, I know you don't really know what this is about, Sean, except it's loosely about commodities. So let's talk brass tacks, by which I mean copper spheres. Sean,
Yes.
I have in my possession a quantity of very high quality, polished, mesmerising copper.
Yep.
Lovely.
See, even Sean's mesmerised.
You could get a sale.
Is there? Now, I'm not looking to sell today, but I am interested to know, in case times get tougher, what I'm sitting on. I purchased that copper for whatever the amount is. That's done now. What is the price at the moment, the spot price, roughly, for copper? Is that data that you have available?
Okay, so if it's about a ton, then it'll be about $8,500. But if it's only a kilo, so one kilo will give you about $8.50.
Now, I assume that's the unpolished. I assume that's the unpolished price. Is there a polished price?
Yeah.
What about a perfect sphere of polished? 1 kilo.
Shiny is good for sure. Yes. Yeah. If it doesn't need to be melted down, then definitely get more for that. But if it's a little bit grubby and used, it might not be quite worth $8.50.
Well, I do have.
What would you pay as a guy that knows commodities?
I am shy of the 1 ton mark.
What would you pay for a kilo copper sphere polished?
A lot less than $8.50. I've got to say. Yes, I'd struggle to find a use for it, I must say. But maybe if you put it on Gumtree or something, you might find someone with that.
Well, it is. There is more to it than meets the eye.
Okay.
Not so much.
I mean, it is. What I'm saying it's 1 kilogram of pure copper.
Yeah.
Is there? So there's not a. I mean, do you buy and sell in your job, Sean? Do you buy and sell copper?
No, I keep an eye on the price because I'm trying to work out where the Aussie dollar is going, and the copper Australia exports copper, so that's why I keep a
We
bit of an eye on
export
it.
copper, do we?
Yes,
Oh,
yes, we've
God,
got
I've
quite
gone
a
and
bit
imported it.
lying.
Could have got some homegrown stuff.
Should have looked a little closer to home. It turns out the company I bought it from was coming from China. Is there a chance that copper I bought, the highly polished, mesmerising copper, came from Australia in the first place?
Pretty good chance, I'd say. Yeah, there's a lot. It's all scattered all around Australia, mostly in the outback.
Yep.
But I was looking at a stat. Apparently, the average home contains 180 kilos of copper. So there you go.
182.
Pipes and wires.
182 at my house, I think you'll find.
There you go.
So I couldn't even say the next time someone puts a copper order in, and you might sort of do me a favour and say to them, I'll tell you what, I'll chuck in an extra kilo of highly polished for maybe $200.
That would be a bit of a stretch, I think. Yeah, you'd be struggling to
move
make a deal there.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your time, Sean.
Not the
Really
news I wanted,
appreciate
but the news I got. I really appreciate that, Sean. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bill beat it.
No, it's all right. We'll sit on that. I'll sit on it. It's my little shiny egg. Best egg.
Hey, I'm exciting. It's a giveaway. We don't often do it.
Yep.
But last week you said that the copper sphere, you had one extra.
Surplus sphere.
Surplus sphere. And you said you'll give it away for anyone who writes in an essay as to why they want it.
Well, initially it was open to you two, but I wasn't gauging.
No, I didn't want it.
You opted out. Jack, you said you were interested still in doing your essay.
Yes, but I didn't do it.
Okay.
So you can't be interested. And then I said at the same
So the first
time,
round begins with 2 disqualifications, one DNE, did not essay, and one FTE.
What's that?
Forgot to essay.
forgot to say.
But a lot of people didn't enter. We had a few hundred applications.
I said I would accept essays from people who don't want the sphere.
That's right. I forgot about
And
this.
then you said that I'd give away golf gear.
Yeah.
Which I forgot about as well until TaylorMade, who I have worked with in the past, the golf gears, reached out and said, we'll give away whatever you want.
Seems nice.
So people that wrote in on that front, it may be your lucky day.
What started out as a generous sphere giving, I feel, has turned into a corporate event.
It could be.
for
It may
TaylorMade.
have been hijacked.
May have been hijacked by TaylorMade, and since you're throwing stuff out there, TaylorMade, I'd like one of your most expensive drivers that has the highest resale value.
It's coming your way.
Thank you.
Hey, Ham, this one's from Matt Wilkie in Ireland.
Yep.
He says, attention, Andy, why I don't want the copper ball. Put simply, I would not want a constant reminder of the fact that Hamish has lost touch with the common man paying big money for a 99.99% copper 1 kilo ball with no real use.
You can't
Must be
really
nice.
You can't really put a value on it. And
So he didn't even want a club.
as I've said before, impulse buys, that's very common, man.
Okay, I'm going to start with Tim.
Okay.
Ando, the man of the people. I really don't need this copper sphere. I already have a fair share of copper contact, which makes the sphere's qualities redundant. What isn't redundant for me is a new golf club. As a single man, I'll be turning to golf to fill in this newly vacant hole in my life. Tim joins us now. Ahoy, Tim.
Ahoy, lads. How we going?
How are you, Tim? Now, some pretty big words there against the copper sphere.
Yeah, you don't want the copper sphere, I understand?
Nah, it's pretty useless.
Well, it's actually mesmerising, Tim, and it's deceptively heavy.
I was going to let Haim try and talk you around. Now,
It
do you
would be a
want
fun
that?
thing to take on the golf course and slip it in front of a friend instead of the ball.
I might stick with the golf club if it's on offer here.
Your
Tim,
prerogative.
you can have a golf club of your choosing, or would you like a year's supply of golf balls?
I've
the
only
Hamish-
just taken it up, so I might spray him a fair bit.
Yeah, take the year's supply.
Take the year's supply. How many in a year's supply? Because that's it's always a capped amount.
I think it's like 15 dozen or something.
15 does, Tim. Not bad.
That'll have me covered well and truly, lads.
Well
Tim,
done.
you got it.
You've traded the world's best ball for 15 does of just a regular old white ball. Oh, well.
Haim,
A foolish
do you have
trade.
Do you have a finalist there for
I do.
the actual sphere?
Derek in the UK, he wanted his essay. It's quite long. I mean, these essays go for a while, but essentially, I'll give you the headline here. This is an honourable mention.
Under 80 words.
Yeah, honourable mention. Okay. Honourable mention from Derek. I would like to be sent a copper sphere as I'm currently involved in a campaign tricking my mates into saying everyone that was born in the year I was born got one.
I like that.
So like, not bad.
Expensive
although
for you to send to the UK,
the
though.
shipping,
Shipping, it's
deceptively heavy.
ball.
I had it in my backpack the other day when I took it home. I was like, what is in my bag? And lo and behold, copper sphere. So that is a finalist.
Yep, I like it.
But it's not the winner.
Elijah, why I don't want a copper sphere. I hate copper spheres with a passion. It's a crap colour and isn't even that good. I'm more of a stainless. I'm more of a stainless steel sphere guy myself.
Tungsten, you mean?
So it would be the worst gift if you sent me the copper monstrosity. Andy, love a 50-degree gap wedge. Ahoy, mate.
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy, Elijah. You had the chance to grab yourself a sphere. You seem like a good writer, but unfortunately you picked the wrong side of the debate and you walk away with the booby prize of a 50-degree gap wedge.
Is that okay, Elijah?
Yeah, that's great. That'd be awesome.
It's not great. It's a booby prize. And you'll have to live with that now.
Thank you. Golf clap for Elijah. Well done, bud. Haim, another finalist?
Regan, man that knows what he wants. Had a lot of sonnets sent in as well.
All right. I had a haiku as well.
Yeah, a lot of Shakespearean sonnets. I don't know if did I say it has to be a poem?
I don't think so. I think when people think essays, though, like
I guess 80 words you go bang for buck. A lot of people think poem. A lot of sonnets. Shout out to all the sonnets and poems.
Yep.
This is not one of them. I'd like to express my interest in receiving one of your precious copper balls. I've been a long-time listener. I feel like I'm ready to take the next step by being part of this Copper Ball Alliance, as well as growing a strong beard. He wants to be a beard boy, which would be a 3-man alliance, but the Copper Ball Alliance would just be 2 of us. I work at a copper ball mine. Sorry, my mistake. My mistake. I work at a copper mine. I work at a copper mine in far north Queensland. I added the ball there, I guess. My brain got excited at the thought of
They're bringing out these balls, the perfectly
deep
spherical
underground, chipping away the rock and seeing the shine, the highly polished shine of the aeronautical grade copper. How did it get there?
And when they take it out, oh, this is heavier than I thought.
Yeah, guys, we need 2 trucks. Be careful. Use your knees because you'd be surprised. I also work at a copper mine in far north Queensland, but I'm unable to have such a perfect piece of copper for myself.
Oh,
so
another finalist.
They obviously frisk them for copper when they come out of the mines, and they're trying to catch them. You probably have to weigh yourself going in.
Yeah, that'd be.
You weigh yourself coming out. Go, wait a second, you're exactly 1 kilo heavier.
Yep.
Did you find one of the spheres? Anyway, I'd be extremely honoured, as would
Check
anybody.
whether you've gone to the toilet down there as well.
And I'd be mesmerised. You would be by the polished surface and the surprising size/weight ratios. Best regards, Regan. Regan, you're a finalist. Sadly, it's not for you. He's not a winner.
Okay.
He's already got access to so much copper that I feel like he makes an excellent case, and I love him. But I only have one of these spheres to give away.
Philip, why I don't want Hamish's copper sphere. An essay. 1, I'd rather have a golf club. As I'm 100% certain it's worth more and will always be worth more for the rest of my life.
It's not mesmerising, though.
2,
these are for all people that haven't seen the mesmerising nature of the sphere.
A golf club is more mesmerising.
It's not.
Okay. 4, the golf clubs that I have now are the clubs that my mate gave me that were his dad's.
Right.
It'd be nice to have a fresh, polished, good, mesmerising club in my bag.
It's not going to be as polished as a copper sphere, I'll tell you that.
Philip, ahoy to you, mate.
Ahoy, Andy. Hamish.
Hi, Phil. Some interesting definitions of mesmerising being thrown around. Have you actually had a look at the sphere online?
Yeah, mate, and I'm pretty sure it's a scam. So
huge words.
I think golf is not a scam, and copper balls are a scam. So
you're being scammed right now by Andy.
No,
Andy's using you to get free clubs from TaylorMade. He's promised them some sort of segment on the show, and you're getting 1 club, and Andy will be getting thousands.
Not true.
I just need one. I just need one.
Not true,
Well, Philip, you should have asked for more, mate, because I can guarantee you more than one's going down the pipe to Mr. Ray Lee. And you had your chance to have a copper sphere going once, going twice. It's not a scam, Philip.
No, not taking it. No,
you know what's going to happen when you pick up your club, Philip? It's going to be lighter than you expected. And that is a tragedy, because when whoever wins the copper sphere on my end of things, they pick it up, they're going to be surprised by the weight, not the lack of.
Philip, what do you want? New driver, new putter?
Oh, driver. Actually, no, putter.
Okay, putter. Don't worry, I wasn't going to have to accept you first.
Okay, you try. You're so indecisive. Next thing you'll be ringing back.
If you want to give me both, that'd be great.
Philip, you got both.
Yes.
There you go, bud.
Seriously though, Phil, if you reconsider, you will have. You got approximately. Well, you might. You never know. You've got 30 seconds. Call us back if you reconsider.
No.
No, don't do it now. I'm just saying 30 seconds. You've got 30 seconds. Keep yelling. You're not giving yourself a chance to think.
No.
Yeah, Philip, you're on the verge of making a huge error. Okay. Just,
No.
Yeah, you are.
He wants the clubs.
Just wants to give himself a chance to think. That's the real tragedy.
Gabe, who is the winner?
Ladies and gentlemen, he had 80 words to use.
Right.
He didn't need them.
Okay.
He didn't use them all. He appealed straight to the judge's heartstrings.
Yes.
Do we have him up on the phone, Jacko? Ahoy, Mark.
Ahoy, boys.
Mark, it is an honour to speak to you. May I read your essay? It's not going to take long.
No, I won't.
Said,
Go ahead.
I need the copper ball, as I only have one testicle. Surely you won't find anyone else more suited to holding that surprisingly heavy copper ball than myself. Mark, I assume you started out life with the deuce?
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
With the pair?
At the deuce, yep.
And the circumstances have transpired along the way that you've had to farewell a loyal soldier.
Yep. Left it on an airplane.
I think it's sitting on a doctor's shelf in a jar somewhere.
Right.
These things happen.
Yeah.
Obviously with permission.
Yeah.
I hope
Lost a bet.
I hope it was permission. It wasn't a wild night gambling in Hong Kong. Well, arise, sir, because I have great pleasure in informing you.
Oh, wow.
Before you do, though,
I do not recommend
Mark?
replacing it into your scrotum.
Mark, no, it's much heavier than
For
you think.
ye
But
shall be
Mark,
under some strain, as the Lord
just
warned.
before you take this offer up,
Sure.
any new golf clubs from TaylorMade you might like instead?
No, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
The need for the sphere is greater. I do need some clubs, though. But no, it's been a number of years with just one ball and one sphere. So
What about
I feel
a year's supply of golf balls?
Oh, no. Can't be done.
Oh, well done, Mark.
He was trying to slug with you, Mark, and you stood up and you represented the hundreds of people.
Can I have both?
Rightly? No. I've done a bit of your good work.
No. Can you putt the sphere?
Yeah, you can. You absolutely can. It's deceptively heavy, so you'd want to be close to the hole. Mark, you're going to be absolutely mesmerised when you see this thing. You'll know it when it gets there. Heavy box.
Yeah. Well done, Mark.
Incredible.
Mark,
Boys, much appreciated.
fantastic. You look after that remaining, you look after your new one and your old one. It's gone to a great home. Thanks, Marky.
Awesome. Cheers, boys.
Hey, I've got a bit of, hard news, particularly I think for you.
Start up with a bit of Tom Gleeson hard news.
For you to swallow. And I wondered whether you've been experiencing the same thing.
Hang on, is it hard news for me to swallow or just general hard news? You've already swallowed it.
I think it's more hard news for you to swallow it.
Dislocating the jaw now. Have you swallowed any of it?
I've taken it in, but it doesn't come as a
You spat it
surprise.
out.
Doesn't
You
come
didn't
as a
swallow it.
surprise
You
to
didn't
me.
swallow
No. So,
Double standards.
guy called Mark Hammond. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, all names ring a bell today.
Well, he was the man that won the Copper Sphere
Yeah, that's why it rings a bell.
back when we had the Copper Sphere off.
Yeah.
So I'll take you back.
Mark, arise, sir, because I have great pleasure in informing you.
Oh, wow.
Before you do, though, any new golf clubs from TaylorMade you might like instead?
Mark, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
The need for the sphere is greater. I do need some clubs, though. But no.
What about a year's supply of golf balls?
Oh, no. Can't be done.
Oh, well done, Mark.
He was trying to slug with you, Mark, and you stood up. You're going to be absolutely mesmerised when you see this thing. Oh, I know what's happened here. Behind the scenes, Andy's chipped away to go, look, it would be a very big coup for my sponsors if I could tempt you away from the sphere.
Sadly not. So he did reach out to me here.
Yeah.
He reached out on Twitter and he said, hey, I'm having Copper Sphere regret. Can I go back?
You've got to work through that.
And I said, hey,
You've
made your bed, you stick with it. And he said, can you put a good word in for it? No, absolutely not,
You
mate.
did pick the sphere.
You've picked the sphere?
And there were so many people that would have wanted to be in that position, Andy.
Yeah. So I thought that was it.
I mean,
That
we
was
already
a
know-
couple of months ago. That was ages ago.
We already know, though, from the spot price of copper that he's sitting on a small fortune. I mean, he can sell it for scraps and buy 100 clubs,
Yeah, exactly.
if I remember the maths correctly.
So, hey, I've thought that's it.
Yeah.
That's
good on you, mate.
Yeah.
Good
Until
at turning down an opportunity to plug the sponsor again for your golf clubs.
until I got a
I'll plug opportunity
email
resurfacing.
from another Mark, who is the product and marketing coordinator of That brand. I don't have to say mention them. But guess
Well,
what?
you might have to.
He's got an email sent to him from Mark Hammond
Right, Mark sniffing around.
on their customer feedback email. It reads this. Hi, guys. Odd one here.
I'd be very interested to see.
I was on the Hamish and Andy show on Thursday, and I was offered a putter instead of taking Hamish's Copper Sphere. I took the Copper Sphere thinking it was some kind of test.
It was.
Turns out
a
it
desirability
wasn't,
test.
and I passed up a free club or two. I'm not asking for the free club.
Yes, you are.
But I'm living in regret and I really would love a new putter.
Well, you are asking for a free club.
He goes on to then explain the type of putter he wants. You can get those in copper, in colouring. And he thought that could be the perfect product. He says
Andy,
he
do
lives-
you really want this man associated with you and your sponsor's product? I mean,
he goes, if the stock is in, I live in Clayton and I'm happy to come in, but can I cheekily ask for a discount? I'll bring the Copper Sphere in with me as well. It's pretty mesmerising.
this would be one of the most insane emails they've ever read. Because I assume the person you're dealing with to get this unlimited pipeline of swag is the head of the company, not the person reading their feedback emails.
This got very, very. There's a very, very confused person at kind of entry level.
Have we put in a Drum and Golf Mag some sort of sphere for putter discount code?
So that's the thing. So he's experiencing Copper Sphere regret.
Right, interesting.
And I just wondered whether have you experienced
No
Copper
way.
No way? Well, that's interesting as well because
it might not be mesmerising him enough. Maybe
I went online and I saw that some people are going through Copper Sphere regret. I thought you might have been there. And
not quite. I mean, it ebbs and flows. I mean, I've got so many other things to be mesmerised by, but usually I come back to it and it's still pretty mesmerising.
Well, I found there was an instructional video online on YouTube, which was you had to pay for it, which was helping people with.
You have to pay for the video.
Yes, so it was a subscription-based for Copper Sphere regret, and I've got some of the details here. I just wanted to see if you're going through any of these things. So, this is how it starts.
Hi, and commiserations on purchasing a Copper Sphere.
Don't need them.
No doubt there are a lot of emotions that you'll have to work through.
Mesmerisation.
Stage one is regret.
No.
Regret that you spent way too much money on something that is actually exactly what meets the eye.
Not precious metal.
It is natural to feel this way.
So stage one, regret. Are you at regret?
I don't
yet?
think you could call it regret because being mesmerised is not a concurrent emotion you would feel with regret. And also knowing that you've got a nice, highly polished piece of precious metal tucked away for when the copper price booms.
Skyrocket.
And it doesn't require a password you can't find. It's just actual
It's there.
commodities, real solid copper commodity.
I don't think anyone's calling copper a precious metal, though. That's usually reserved for gold, silver.
For precious metals.
I mean, it's precious to me.
Yeah. Precious to you, metal.
Like, your mum would say you're precious, Jack, but you're not integral to the Australian economy. But, to her, you're a precious person.
That response makes sense, Ham, because as I went through the video, this excerpt kind of jumped out at me.
The next stage is denial. You'll find you continue to deny it's a poor purchase. This makes sense because it's essentially just a shiny ball that you spent several $100s on, so you have to defend your position. If you actually don't care you've wasted this money, you've probably lost touch with the common man.
Or woman.
And
A lot of women are buying them too.
and we know you haven't lost touch. So
I appreciate it for its value. And the thing is, this sounds like this voiceover person, whoever they are, that's made this, be they Sarah, our producer, or not. It just sounds like they've never actually held it in their hand. Because you definitely don't experience regret once you experience the weight of.
Yep.
That adds to the mesmerization. Maybe they're watching it, they're just seeing a picture of it, which is, I understand.
No, it was a video and they were holding it in the video.
Show me the vid.
Pardon? I don't have it on hand, but I do have another excerpt.
Got 2 screens in front of you, 3.
The next stage is referred to as doubling down. A Copper Sphere purchaser will often try and prove their decision was correct by buying a flippy square that is equally as shiny.
No. Joke's on her. It's not. It's matte, and I bought 3. I don't think this person knows what they're talking about, mate. There's scams are plenty on YouTube.
On YouTube.
You
Like,
can't.
well, this is how it finished.
For more help, please buy my audio self-help tape outlining on how to deal with flippy square regret.
What kind of packaging does the tape come in?
Fairly shiny.
Mesmerising.
It's fairly mesmerising.
That's a real shame for Mark.
Yeah. So I just said to Mark, I went back to...
Is it, actually, you know what? Is
guy-
Mark Hammond the guy from NCIS?
He is, isn't he?
That's why the name, it finally came back to me.
Yes, it's the lead character at NCIS who's done the whole run. It's not him, I don't think, we gave the Copper Sphere to.
I feel like that Mark Hammond's been looked after enough that he's not sniffing around looking for free putters.
I told the other Mark, the golf guy, to go. So he's made his own bed.
Put him on the copper list. It's just like the blacklist, but it's for people that have chosen copper.
And he wrote back, I thought you might say that, and we'll abide by that. So I suppose we've got a man.
Look, I wish him all the best, and it's completely up to you if you want to, squirt him with a bit of merch.
No, not for me.
Because you've got the hose.
Yeah,
you've got the merch hose.
No, he doesn't deserve it.
I appreciate it.